Hello there.
I'm back with yet another top tier deck tutorial. So after the most recent nerfs to Awuga Order, I had to look for yet another deck that Avid could nerf Omp shortly after I make a video on it. Granted, he wanted to nerf Grand Tutoring, but the backlash was huge on most of the current Awuga Order decks. I initially stole the idea from its J-Dog, hence the name of the deck, but since then I changed it so much it's barely recognizable to his. Anyway, let's get into it. This deck boasts high survivability, low burst damage, and high removal. I will keep the video short, but I could be talking about this deck for quite some time as it is a high requirement skill deck. That also depends on luck just a bit, as all plundering intensive decks do. Here's the deck list. If that's all you came here for, go nuts, and I'll start explaining some key points behind the deck. Wounded Guardian and a Pillaging Prince together result in infinite plunder if secured enough by Stalwart Guard and Spell Breaches. Kira can also allow infinite pillages thanks to the Awuga Order discard ratio, however she is in the deck for the plus 2 HP on discard as it is very helpful early game against aggro and good at keeping key units alive. This deck's main purpose is to outlast your opponent. Using Potion of Wealth when you run out of cards will be enough to win against many decks out there, but for those with their own potions, use Reiteration for yet another potion. Alternatively, you can use Reiteration on turn 7 to increase improvised loss damage and copy it. The purpose behind the Spellbreakers are to shut down the Mastery aggro decks, as I struggled against them early on while optimizing this deck. Medicine Carriers also helped a lot, but since I added Spellbreakers, things got much easier, as they also help keeping your units alive after you already set up the board, and he is a big creature that can trade often favorably. I've got few last things to say about this deck. It is a versatile deck that has answers to most or if not all top tier decks out there, but you must play differently depending on the deck you play against. That is one of the reasons why this deck is ranked as a high skill requirement, identifying your opponent's deck quickly and adjusting your playstyle till it is necessary. Listing all the ways you can play it and explaining it would make this video an hour long, so I won't. But I will not expect to see this deck in ranked match, as it is fun to play, at least for me, but it is not for the impatient or low skilled players. Some of my battles, like the one showcased against J-Dog, lasted over 30 minutes and had around 5 kings played, stealing cards from each other, clearing board, having our HP reach below 10 HP, then going back up to 30 on multiple occasions. Could be tiring for some, and that is how a mirror match against this deck might look. Either way, if played right, this deck might be the next best deck. Not quite sure yet, it is quite new, but I have not lost much while playing it in ranked, even against the top 10 players. So have fun with the deck and conquer the leaderboards.